According to the humanitarian group Global Network Against Food Crisis, in their 2024 Global Reports on Food Crisis, more than 282 million people in 59 countries or areas were facing serious food problems in 2023. That's 24 million more people than the year before. Even worse, 36 of these countries have been struggling with hunger for 8 years in a row. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization says that in these countries, the main causes of food crisis are fighting and violence. Meanwhile, around the world, each person wastes about 79 kilograms of food every year. That's like throwing away over 1 billion meals every single day. The biggest food waste actually happens at home, about 60%. Restaurant waste around 28%, and 12% is wasted by stores like supermarkets. So, what can we do? One idea that's getting a lot of attention is eating insects. The United Nations says that if the global population keeps growing at the same speed, by the year 2050, we'll need 1.6 times more food than we have now. With so many people, we may not have enough food to go around. That's where insects come in. There are many different kinds of bugs, and a lot of them are actually safe and healthy to eat. They are rich in protein, and they are also cheap and easy to raise. You can keep lots of them in small spaces, and they use much less land and water than animals like cows or pigs. So, they are better for the environment too. In fact, the way we raise farm animals today cannot grow much more. That's why the United Nations believes that insects are one of the best food sources for the future. They could help us slow food shortage, reduce population, and even fight climate change. So, maybe it's time we think differently about what's on our plates. Who knows, insects might just be the food of the future.
Why are there food banks? Transfer excess social materials to those in need is the core concept of the food bank. In fact, global food production is actually enough to supply everyone. But due to the uneven distribution of resources, oversupply in some areas causes waste, and excessive shortage in some areas causes famine. The emergency of food banks is to enable the effective and balanced distribution of food. Food banks provide emergency and short-term food assistance to distribute public welfare material to individuals or groups in need. Food bank mainly options supply food from food factories, stores, and enterprises, or purchase it with public donations, and then deliver food to people in need as soon as possible to support the basic need of life.
Food banks are starting to offer more services to meet the different needs of local people, connecting with more community services and bringing hope to the area. Food banks with more resources work together with other food banks in the same or different areas that have fewer resources, sharing extra supplies and solving problems like having too much or too little variety. When food is delivered to home or picked up at the center, it helps the staff learn more about the people's needs and understanding their living conditions, including the idea of community long-term care centers. Food is no longer the only service. It becomes a door opener to many types of community work, making food banks important partners in caring for society.
How can we eliminate hunger? To tackle hunger, we can promote agriculture modernization to boost food production and quality, support small farmers and cooperatives to enhance efficiency and incomes, and reduce food waste by encouraging reuse, donations, and sharing. One effective solution is food bank, which not only minimize food waste but also support those in need. Food banks addressing hunger and food security. For example, the Taiwan Food Bank Federations donate food from wholesalers, manufacturers, supermarkets, business, and individuals. After sorting and organizing these supplies, they quickly distribute them to those in need, ensuring that perfect good food survives a meaningful purpose rather than going to waste.
What can we do? To reduce food waste, we can take several simple steps in our daily lives. First, planning ahead and buying only what we need helps prevent unnecessary waste. If the food is not enough, we can always buy more later. Second, instead of throwing away food scraps, we can turn them into organic fertilizer and grow vegetables or fruits. This not only provides fresh food but also reduces waste, creating a positive cycle. If we have extra fresh food, we can donate it to food banks, community fridges, or Facebook food sharing groups, so people in need can take it. Education is also important. Teaching children from a young age to cherish food and avoid waste helps build good habits. Lastly, many Facebook groups allow people to share extra meals or items, making it easy for those nearby to pick them up. By following these steps, we can all contribute to reducing food waste and making better use of resources.